Good morning. Good morning to all my viewers. Hope you enjoyed my previous programs. Anyway, today's theme is self deception. This term deception means cheating oneself, not being honest to one, lying to one, not being straightforward to one is called deception. And I've realized that people, they think they're deceiving somebody. No, they end up deceiving themselves. That's why I call it self-deception. I've come across so many people who have done that and who are still doing it in my family and as far as my friends are concerned, and so many other people who I know. Anyway, I'll just state one example that how a person is deceiving one own self. I know a person who committed so many things, who projects right to be loyal, righteous, virtuous, a person of integrity, a person of principle, ethics, the works. And it so happened that there was a particular juncture where that person was not faithful, not sincere to me. Okay? And on questioning that person started stating X number of reasons which apparently seemed justified, genuine, authentic to that person. But logically looking at it, it had no justice. It had no authenticity. And you know what they do is they try to convince themselves that what they're doing is right, but logically looking at it, it's not right. They try to justify their acts, but they are not right in their acts. They are deceiving. They're not deceiving the other end, they're deceiving their own self. You know how? They perform certain things, they give some kind of explanation that due to these reasons, I'm not in a position to live up to commitments or whatever you may call it. And then finally, they try to convince themselves. And the best part is they religiously go to their worship places, wherever it is. Let it be a church, let it be a temple, let it be a mosque. They go, and that's good. One has to perform all these activities. One's got to be faithful to God and one's got to be dedicated to God. But these people deceive somebody and then they go to these worship places and they start worshipping, they start talking to God, they start asking so many things from God, and they start justifying their acts by saying what we did was right. What you did was right with your acts. The other end, the receiving end, is a wreck, is a disaster. He's going through chaos in life. They don't realize that. They know what the other person is going through. But just to justify their acts, they go and they try to explain their plight to God and justify their plight to themselves. And they apparently come out convinced that what they did was right. No. That was not right. If it was right, the other end wouldn't be in the juncture which that person was in or is in, like a wreck, a disaster, catastrophal figure in society. He is totally oppressed, depressed. The works, right? If you think what you did was right, that person's condition wouldn't be that. So what's happening here is, due to your deceiving, due to your disloyalty, that person ended up to be in that juncture where that person is. And this is what you call self-deception, because they know because of their acts, this person is going through this. But they somehow convince themselves that what they did was right. This is what you call self-deception. My dear friends, try not to deceive yourself. Because deceiving yourself, right, at that juncture, you can be happy. At that juncture, everything may seem, everything might seem fine. But believe me, when you deceive somebody, right, somewhere down the line, that deception, when it takes its harvest, right, that's gonna be hell, my dear friend. So please, don't try to deceive yourself and don't try to deceive God. God can be deceived. No, by your acts, unjust acts, right? You all go, and not you all, I mean one goes to the worship places and tries to justify their acts in front of God. God knows everything. God knows everything. And when one deceives one, right, the conscience says that you have deceived that person, and don't try to convince yourself. And they do convince themselves. This is what you call self-deception. They are deceiving themselves by justifying their acts that they are right. So my dear friends, avoid that in order to do justice to humanity and moreover to do justice to your own self. Take care, ciao, and have a nice day.